Drago was descending with a lift straight to the Nuclear Chipmunk's secret lab. As soon as the doors opened, the lab went into the eerie silent mode. Everybody knew who was the person behind the lift door, and everybody knew the magnitude of the operation at stake. Drago slowly started to walk towards the reception desk. Poor receptionist was barely holding her breath and couldn't even look properly to Drago's face. The stress was overwhelming. The receptionist just wanted to disappear. Drago just stared into her for a good 10 seconds, like a wolf staring about to be slaughtered lamb. Drago, with frustrated sigh, slowly started to speak.
The package. Where is it?
Receptionist couldn't do much but managed to gather all the strength and told him where to go. Drago politely thanked her and started to move towards the direction of the laboratory holding the package. It was never so quiet and usually busy environment like this secret lab, but nobody was having any balls to move even a pencil. In front of them was walking literally a killing machine, the most notorious Russian soldier for more than 20 years. A living legend. Nobody wanted to risk and do anything just to end up accidentally pissing the Goliath during his duty. Drago approached the lab doors. The moment the lab doors opened, dozens of scientists saluted him and provided him a warm sign of respect. The intensity reached the new levels when Drago just grunted to the reply. He slowly looked at all scientists in the room, looking at each from up and down for at least few seconds. Everybody in the room was visibly shaking. The sweat started to pour down the scientists' heads. Nobody couldn't move or say anything. Suddenly, Drago stopped observing them and grunted slowly.
Is this the package?
Pointing to the container in the middle of the room. It took few seconds for everyone to process the words, but nobody had the courage to say anything until the lead scientist, slowly swallowing her saliva, confirmed with an encouraging word, "Da." Drago slowly went to the table and grabbed the package with one hand like it was a tissue box. He was about to turn around but stopped his movement and started to stare again, but this time to the lead scientist, up and down very slowly. Then he excitedly grunted,
I will come back here in a week's time. I pick you up. We will go to the date.
The lead scientist stared to the open space for about 5 seconds and without much of the hope replied, "Da." Drago politely smiled, turned around and walked slowly towards the lift. You could hear the breathing again in the secret lab room and sign of a relief for all except the lab leader. Drago ascended back to the surface where he met the rest of his teammates and said to them,
Before we go, I must see the failed experiment.
One of his teammates replied, "Babayaga?" Drago grunted.
Whatever we call him.
His teammate looked at him with surprised face but didn't dare to oppose and said,
I will lead you to the warden.
Drago and his teammate approached the warden and by Drago's surprise, he started to warn them. With all due respect, boss, just don't irritate him. After all, you dealing with a wild beast here. Drago looked at him and answered with a smile in his face.
That's what she said.
Warden uncontrollably started to laugh and was laughing exaggerated all the way up to the Golag cell until Drago was visibly annoyed and Warden quickly stopped and pointed to the Golag's cell. "He is there, Господин Drago. I will be here with guards in case you will need us." Drago looked at him with a serious face and replied,
Don't worry, he will not beat Selka anymore. I will be gentle.
Warden was about to laugh as hard as he physically could, but seeing serious Drago's face, he froze and didn't dare to move. Drago approached the cell and kicked powerfully with his leg to the metal bars and shouted,
Wakey wakey zver, Uncle Ivan is here to talk.
In the next episode, we will conclude the escape of the Belaya Smerte saga, so stay tuned for more.